The victors valiant, the conquering heroes, and they call home the Big House. Bathed in maize and blue, welcome to Ann Arbor, home of the Michigan Wolverines. A Big Ten showdown is coming, conference implications aplenty that could resonate for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Indiana Hoosiers taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Michigan Wolverines. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Hoosiers will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. Danced his way through traffic, pick up a 4 to the 19.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running a football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. It's Orji. Fires to the wideout. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Back open in the middle. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
Great job by the running back on this play. It's a big 3rd down, and his ability to catch the ball, turn around, get north, make a guy miss, and go move the sticks. Awesome individual effort.
The running back has it. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a 1st down.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard to bring down.
He's got it. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Going with the ground game left. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Trying play action. Still looking. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Keeps it and gets the 1st down. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Wolverines.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TV.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. An 84-yard drive there. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Get this defense off to a good start. From the gun, the ground game. And the ball's free in the backfield. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Man, that's kind of a kick to the gut because you think, oh, how can I get this game started conservatively, not turn the ball over, get the positive momentum, get that first hit out. And the first carry, your running back sticks it on the floor. Defense recovers. That is not the start you drew up.
Trying to run, it's Edwards. They get him after he picked up 5 and got him inside the red zone down to the 16.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, it's Orji. Quick strike complete. Touchdown, Michigan! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Mississippi State endured a hostile crowd and the challenge that always comes with playing away from Stark Vegas, and the Bulldogs came away with the win. It wasn't a blowout, but it is a W. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. On first down, here comes this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Listen, we all want to get to the quarterback and get sacks, but when you realize the quarterback's going to throw the football right away, you just try to get your hands in the air, get a deflection, make him throw around you. Great job by the defensive end.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Looking to throw, it's Rourke. Feeling some heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. And the Hoosiers will line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll bring it back. It's Stewart. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Pulls it and fires to the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time. But if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Will they keep it on the ground again here on 3rd down? They'll try to power their way ahead. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. And the Wolverines will try to pin them back with the punt. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week, only called on twice. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
The screen always seems so easy until you find all of that traffic right in front, Jesse.
Yeah, and we see so many screens in college football these days, the ball getting spit out quickly. I think more and more defenses, Reese, today are just expecting it. They're practicing against it all week leading up to games. You can tell this defense well-versed right now in how to stop these types of plays.
The Hoosiers will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. On the return, it's Stewart. Makes a move. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Looking to the big tight end. Or did he find a hole in the defense? There he goes down the right side. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. How about the renaissance of the tight ends? Inline, flexed out, split out. They can do a little bit of everything.
They really can, and they're asked to block a lot of the times, too. But I'll tell you what, all the wide receivers out wide, the fancy toys, the fancy spread. Don't forget about that tight end. He does a little bit of everything, and then you reward the big fella throwing the ball, and he catches, so he really can do a little bit of everything in an offense.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now, chip into this lead, try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Got his man quickly. Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. Makes a man miss. They get him on the ground, but it's a 1st down.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
Throws to the tight end. Got his man. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
Well, that play-action fake, it just froze the defense for a split second. That allowed the tight end time to work his route, get vertical down the field, and pick up a big gainer for the offense.
And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, the offense trying to hit the dagger route. You see the receiver, he went down the field, stretched it, made it look like it was going to be a go, put his foot in the ground, try to cut to the inside. They're just not able to be on the same page there.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. From 55 yards out, and he's got it. Never a doubt.
I'll tell you, man, this kid has NFL-type leg strength. He just booted that into the wind, and that was no problem.
No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Working that left side. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think of guys like Elvis Gerbach or Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Griese, guys that could hurt you throwing the ball from the pocket, surveying the field, reading defenses, and making quick decisions. This guy has the ability to do all of those things.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Past the 40. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. The stress that a guy who can run that fast puts on a defense, even if it's a pass play, he has them on edge all the time.
Oh, the D coordinator. This guy gives him nightmares every night leading up to this game, because if you don't have people accounting for him and your eyes go to the wrong place or someone's out of position, that dude is gone.
Power football with the run.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm now. They're letting them drive off the ball on 1st down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1.
42, Spider.
Give to the running back. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the 1st down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. He's got a head of steam. Boy, he is hard to bring down.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Throws for the tight end. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the mistiming.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
They'll run play action. Fires to the end zone. And the pass is intercepted. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
Well, coming into this game, this offense knew that points were going to be at a premium. If you can't score touchdowns down here in the red zone, you at least got to come away with field goals, but you can't do that if you're throwing interceptions. That's just poor execution by the offense.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
And now on second down for this offense. Dropping back, it's Rourke. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. It's complete. A huge pickup. Nothing but green ahead. Touchdown, Hoosiers. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Temple is ahead right now in South Philly, but this game is a long way from being over. Better hold off on the run to Geno's for the time being. They're up by 7 over Tulane. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Off play action on first down. Unloads it left. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
At the 35, he's loose. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
Right back to the well. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Well, they called that an ISO play, and it was isolated for a loss.
And they try to isolate a linebacker inside and really run the football right at you, right down the middle. But you better move those big defensive linemen out of the way and create some space. They didn't do it, and you could tell.
Going for the big play. Hits him in stride inside the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Michigan. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Back to throw, it's Rourke. Coming after him. Makes the grab. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. He's going to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Hauls it in. He's off to the races. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Indiana!
And QBs love their big tight ends, and especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggum receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often in this one.
And he muffs it, a loose football. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking for space, it's Edwards. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. And guys, this is a great time to take a shot if you want on 2nd and short. The give to the back. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
With the score, Michigan 28, Indiana 17.
The kickoff team out there getting set.
Set to kick this one.
This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good minute.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Off play action. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Running it back, it's Stewart. Slips through the line. He just about took that one to the house. They finally bring him down, but when you have a return like that, it pretty much eats up everything gained by the punt. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Now on the move.
And you could tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan. And the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand. And more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a 4th quarter game.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like, the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Safe completion on the screen. Got enough space. Touchdown Wolverines. And they take it in for 6 more points. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in his quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Wants to pass it. Fires on the move. And that pass is intercepted. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sent it the other way.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football, and you saw it right there.
They go to the counter. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
Offensive coordinators just spend all offseason in a lab, and they just draw up stuff over and over again. How many times can I use misdirection? How many times can I use speed against the linebackers who flow so fast to the football? Really nice play design, a little misdirection. The defense didn't know what hit them. Big gain for the offense.
They'll give it to him again. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. The toss to the right. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan! And the beatdown has ensued. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. UCF is currently trailing in this one, but I've seen crazier things inside the bounce house. Trust me when I tell you that. On the field and off it. They're trailing by 11 to Clemson. For now, it's back to you fellows, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last. Hit the afterburners, kid. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They call the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a first down.
And listen, you get zone coverage, and you can hit that curl route, and he comes open continually. Keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Oh, man, the quarterback almost just threw his second interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Trying to get to him. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
And it's no good. He missed it. I guess the idea was to chip away at a big lead. Consider the lead not chipped away at. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly, Dave.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
On the play. Brings up third down.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Here's the give off the left side. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Indiana sends the offense onto the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively.
Running toward the tape. The 30. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter.
Brings up second down. That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Michigan 42, Indiana 17.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work.
Go! Here we go! Arrow!
Looking downfield, it's Rourke. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. And the Hoosiers come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
First and goal, Indiana.
A first down run in the red zone. Snowed under after a pickup of 2. They'll mark it at the 8. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. Third and goal from way back there. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback now breaking the field. And the defense able to corral him out of bounds and stop him at the 2.
What a third down stop by this defense. Third down and goal, no problem. You know that guy. Every time he touches the football, you hold your breath because he's so dynamic at the quarterback spot. They were ready, and they forced the fourth and goal.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
Yeah, and it's fourth and goal, and it's go time. I got to push people around. Look at the offensive line doing a really good job getting those guys moved back, creating a little hole for the running back, and he does the rest on 4th and goal and gets the touchdown.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
On the option. Now the toss. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picked up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch?
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff, where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got a lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. From the gun, the running back has it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. He has the first and still on his feet. And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch and kept it himself and turned it into a big play. The Wolverines are marching down the field. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Shows him the stiff arm. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Now, 4th down.
And the Wolverines will call on their punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. The Wolverines line up to punt it away. And that one will find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time.
Looking for a deep man. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. Looking for more room. Not only made the pick, but he also made up some ground and took it back to the 38.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost done.
Man, that D tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Linebackers trying to create some confusion. The give to the big fullback. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Third down coming up.
A 3rd and long coming up here. The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and really good 3rd down situational defense. You know it's 3rd and long. You know the pass play's coming. Defense was ready. Nice job forcing the 4th down.
So how good you feeling right now if you're on offense in this situation? You want to just play conservative? You want to punt it over and let your defense finish out the game? Or do you trust your quarterback to go make a play and win the game right now?
And on 4th down, they'll come up and take the knee. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Wants to throw. It's Rourke. He's taking a deep shot. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Well, trailing this much in the 4th quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
After this, it'll be a wrap. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Last pass falls incomplete, and that's going to do it. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things that were going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation.